Today is the 8th of September and I'm at the famous members banking at the Brooklands Museum near Weybridge for the 50th anniversary of the Ford Capri Celebrations organised by Surrey Capri Club. I am amazed to see how many cars there are here today. I've come right to the top and there are well over 100 Capris here, probably more than that. So it's time for one of the infamous Shambolic Shuffles. I do apologise if I get the information wrong. I'm not an expert on Ford Capris. I am very fond of professionals, but I'm not an expert on Capris. So if I get specifications and model years and things like that wrong, I apologise. I also apologise for wind noise. I apologise if I get announcements which interrupt me. And anything else that's just generally not as professional as you would like. Oh, it's a terrible joke. Anyway, first of all, I think I've found already what's, this is going to be hard to beat for me. This is about a 1980 Capri 3-litre S. It's in green, it's got the collar check seats. I didn't realise they made Capri 3-litre S's in this colour. That spoiler I think is a little bit larger than standard. And look at those enormous exhausts. That is one tasty car. Also quite tasty, and amazingly, here's a car of a similar age. I think this is probably a 79, it's on a V, but this is a 1.6L. And it's still in really, really nice condition. A little bit different in terms of the wheels on this, and the equipment level would be a lot less, but it's still beautiful. It's going to be hard to find a car here that's not beautiful, to be honest, if they're all Capris. And then we've got a 1983 or thereabouts 2.8 injection with the stripes on the side and the Recaro seats. Again, an absolutely lovely colour. This looks completely standard as well. I can see it's going to be quite a nice day. So there are Capris here that have been brought from all over the country. Some of them with slight modifications, like this particular car that's got the RS wheels on it and has this rather nice leather interior. And this one, which looks a little bit like a Tickford, but there's some genuine Tickfords down there, so I don't think this is one. I think this has just been modified a little bit to look like a Tickford. The most common type of car I've seen here is the Mark III, obviously famous from the professionals. I'm going to see if I can actually find some proper professional spec cars. But all of these are amazing. Just the variety of the colours that you could get. Here's a really lovely laser, be about 84 or thereabouts. Oh, and the Mark I. There's not that many Mark Is here. Obviously, they're very rare. But yes, lots and lots and lots of injections like this 86 one. That's for sale. I wonder how much these are. Let's take a look at the interior since the window's been very kindly left open for me. That's beautiful. Looks very standard to me, and the same gearbox is on the Granada 2.8 that I drove earlier this year. Mr. Coleman, who owns the Granada, used to have a Capri laser he used to take to shows. So he's probably watching this and lapping it all up too. That's interesting. It looks like a press car if it's got an AR plate on it. We're going to see lots of Essex registrations, I'm sure, because the press cars that Ford made all had Essex plates on them in the professionals and other series like that they appeared in. And there was a press car in Mindale, although they didn't tend to use too many of those. Interesting, that's one's got quite flared arches. That's probably the Cologne V6 in there. One of the things I've always noticed about Capris is the fact that they have enormously long bonnet areas, and for most of them, especially the sort of 1.3s and 1.6s, you don't really need that long a bonnet to fit an engine in. It just gives the car that distinct style. This is interesting. That's a very, very, very neat looking car. Don't think I've seen too many late 2.8 injections in this colour. Absolutely perfect, isn't it? Modified one there. Oh, Capri Cabriolet. This is a Mark 1. Look how clean this engine is. I don't know what engine that is. I mean, obviously, people who are more experts at Capris than I am will have to tell me in the comments. But that looks, it does look rather nice. Capri C. Capri 2 litre. Don't know what. Oh, it's a laser. Okay. I'm going to see quite a few lasers. I'm looking forward actually to driving a laser at one point. Jason, I don't know where Jason is, who has a very nice 2 litre Capri laser. Hopefully I'll see him around at some point because I think he is trying to come. That's a facelifted Mark 1 there. Well, I could just literally just walk along this row and just sort of fall in love with most of the cars that are here. They're all very lovely. There's a whole section down there which is dedicated just to the Brooklands Capris, which are the sort of last of the line. A bit like this one actually. Yeah, there's a Ford press plate there, PU, Essex plate. It's very nice. Mark 2S there. Load more 2.8 injections. That one's got an interesting body kit on it. Ah, is that a 3 litre S? Ooh, and with Essex plates on it, it could be it's a 3 litre S. Essex V6 there. 79 reissue tax disc. So we're getting close to professional spec here. I mean, that's not too far away. I haven't quite seen one that is a Capri 3 litre gear. Now that's a bit rarer, I think, than a 3 litre S to see a gear. Saw one of those last week at an Eastleigh at the Concord Club. Automatic as well, this particular one. It's very nice. Ooh, Mark 1 V6, a very, very, very late one if it's on an end plate. Beautiful restoration. 3000 GT. That'll be rather like the Consul 3000 GT from the Sweeney. Very nice 2.8 injection Capri 2 gear. Let's have a look at the 3 litre Capri gear interior. Does look similar to the Mark 3 as well, although there are some changes in here. Those dials certainly look different. In the professionals in the first series, there was a 3 litre gear like this, which Lewis Collins drove towards the end, but his was like a sort of bronze colour with a brown roof. 5.6 SA. Don't know what engine that one then. Well, the bonnet's not been left up, so I can't tell you. That one's been interestingly modified with some interesting coloured seats. That's been really, really sort of lowered, hasn't it? Oh wow, 1300 with the XLR pack. This is a Mark 1. Look at that interior. Look at the condition of that interior. Isn't that fantastic? Absolutely beautiful, and this very typical colour of the era. So this is the base engine and very, very early car on a J plate. But yes, it's still remarkable to see something like this. It's road style wheels and everything like that. It's just a beautiful old car. Very, very nice indeed. Let's go down this row and see what else we can find. That's a Mark II 2 litre gear. Another 2.8 injection, quite an early one. It's an 83. Not sure what specification that Mark III is. That's another injection, but again, I don't know. Capri 280 Brooklands, very, very nice. On Essex plates, so maybe the factory car at some stage. That looks to me a bit like an injection as well. Don't know what specification. No, that's an unusual modification. Facelifted Mark 1 1600. Pre-Mark 1973 Capri Mark 1 Auto. Beautiful. Pre-Mark 2 injection. Another Mark 2 injection. I'm not sure what that is. That's a 3 litre S with Carla check. I'm still on the lookout for these professional spec type cars. This says it's another S. What engine's in this one? It's a 2 litre S. It did make a 3 litre and a 2 litre S. Wow. Now that's crazy. That's insane. I don't even know what that is. It's definitely not what would have come in that car as original. Oh, a Tickford. Well, we're going to take a look at some more Tickfords a little bit later on, because there's a whole section of those. They have the turbos in them, so they were very fast. This one looks a bit more standard lines there. This one's having a bit of restoration. Looks like a 280. Another 2.8 injection. Not sure what that one is. Jan Speed Turbo, that one's fast. 2.8 injection. Not sure what that one is. If it's an N, it would be a Mark II, I suppose, but it's got a completely different front end. Very interesting. 2.8 injection. That I think is a Mark I, judging by the door handles, although everything else looks quite different. That's a 2.8 injection, which I think needs a little bit of a restoration on that, but it's good to see it here nevertheless. 3 litre Mark II gear, like in the professionals, but this one's a different colour. Another 280. Mark I 1300 XL. That is, again, just such a beautiful car. I mean, as I said, all Capris are wonderful and they're beautiful, but that one, I don't know, it just stands out for me for some reason. Another Capri 280 in black. I thought it must have been green. Anyway, 2.8 injection, 3 litre S, 2.8 injection as well. Then we've got Mark I, it's a 1600. Nice period colour. And 2 litre laser. That's just an assumption. Let's just check on the back. It was right though, 2 litre laser. I am very much looking forward to driving that laser once it becomes available. Very nice. So we've got a console Capri here, which would be from the early 60s. This was a very typical colour for them. Now these are very, very rare cars. They didn't make many of them, they weren't very popular. But look at this, again, the interior, pillarless coupe design, very American looking car, but not a massive engine really in these. I think it was a 1.3 litre engine, sort of Kent style engine. There's actually more than one of these here. Another very nice 3 litre V6 Mark I. Yeah, here's another one of the console Capris that are here. Five-star motoring, as was the slogan for Ford at the time in the early 60s. Let's take a look round at the front as well, so you can see that. This is a 63, judging by the plate on it. Oh yes, very nice. So many people and so many cars here. It was a bit hard to park this morning because there's just so many people who come along and so many Capris that have been brought. It's Capri 500, which must be a very late one if it's on an E-plate, but wouldn't be registered until 87, and they stopped production in December 86. Yep, getting the window open so you can have a look at the interior, which has been lightly modified, and then a nice shot through the sunroof as well. Is that a Piranha then, if it's a V8? Yep, V8. Ah, another extremely nice console Capri. TW's an Essex plate, so you know, possibly some kind of Ford fleet car. Beautiful condition, lovely engine. This is quite a different coloured interior from the last car that was this colour. Pre-parts for sale on this Mark 1, number 3 litre V6 Mark 1. Again, absolutely wonderful. I've seen this car somewhere before, but I don't remember where. I'm sure I have. Anyway, let's take a look and see on the back if this is a GT or something. Yeah, it's a GT. I don't know where I've seen that before. Broad speed Capri. Never heard of a broad speed Capri. So it's a 3000E, and it's modified by broad speed. Okay. Well, there's some information on it there. Just zoom in so people can take a look. Let's go and oh, it's a Belgian registered Capri. Okay. Belgian plates. That's interesting. And this one looks like it's modified too. Don't know what year that would be. I imagine this is something like an injection, something like that. But I don't know because it's not got a badge on it. And neither has this Mark 1 here. Again, coming from Belgium. It's just about a 3 litre S. Oh, it's so close to professional spec, but this isn't quite because the seats are wrong. 2.3S. I've never even heard of a 2.3S. Wow. Okay. Some rarities here today then. Some more Mark 1s. Number 3 litre V6 Mark 1s and RS wheels. I wonder if this will be a GT as well. Yep. This is a slightly lower specification one. Have the badge on the side. It's probably a 1300 or 1600 this one. Just look at these wheel trims and the vinyl roof. Yeah, it says 1600 automatic XL. So look at what I was saying about these engines. I mean, these smaller engines, 1.6, 1.3. It's just lost in this bay. Look how much room there is at the front. The radiator's not sort of here; it's there. Bit of forward planning with Ford can fit a much larger engine. That's why a V8 will go into a Capri. Don't know what that is. I presume that's a very late one if it's on an E-plate. Facelifted Mark 1. I'm surprised people don't want them touching. That's such a beauty, this one. Ford Capri 3000 GT Mark 1. Just in reverse gears over on the left. Yeah, it's a facelifted one, you can tell by the rear lights. Another very similar type of car over here as well, with the RS wheels again. Oh, now this is almost there. VHK 493S. Pre-production Mark 3S. Ownership of Ford Motor Company. Now this is very much like it. This will be very similar to VHK 495S, which I believe is a professional's car. In the second series, they wore a fake plate. Oh, it's very nice in here. just a couple of digits off, so we're getting there, viewers, we're getting there. We'll find them. We'll find them on my little mission to walk around and see all these beautiful Capris. We'll get as close as we can. Very interestingly modified Mark 1. See a few more Mark 1s over here. 3000E with the RS wheels. Yeah, this is a pre-facelift car with much smaller rear lights. The purity of the Mark 1, I think, is something that people really enjoy. Another 3000 GT. It's just interesting seeing so many different colours, and just particularly the 70s colours like this. There's the bright reds and bright oranges. Very nice. And there is an S6 V6 and this very late Mark 1. Another fascinating colour is bright green. Broad speed bullet 3000 V6. Broad speed turbo? Oh wow. That must go quite fast. 3000 GT. 71 or thereabouts. Let's go over there and see what tasty treats await us. So we're in the land of Mark 3s again here, lots of 2.8 injections. It's just like going into an enormous Ford dealership and sort of seeing the varieties of cars you can get. The specifications and colours all slightly vary. That looks like a very, very late S model. I wonder what engine's in that. Get round the back and have a look. Could be a 3 litre S, I suppose. Interesting, this interior is like that Belgian car. It's a 2 litre S, okay. Not a 3 litre. A 2 litre laser, very nice silver one. Capri 280 interior. There's the Cologne V6. This one just looks ever so original. One owner car from new, apparently too, from Epsom. Page of Epsom long since gone. I mean, I used to live in Epsom and the Ford dealership's definitely not called that now. It's not even in the same place anymore. Yes, it just shows how things move on, I suppose. Another Capri laser. This is a very, very late Mark II 3 litre S. 2.8 ejection, 1.6 laser. Shows you that the 2.8s have this stripe running down the side, and the laser had a kind of body stripe a bit lower down. I believe at this time the 1.6 would have been a Pinto engine. I could be wrong about that, but as far as I know, that is the case. More 2.8 injections. That one's 86. An 82. And then the Mark 1. Someone's decorated their 2.8 injection. Some interesting colours, and it's apparently a V6 turbo. Oh, it's not good and got a steering wheel. Really are some interesting modifications happening here today. That is quite an engine. Moody Blue. And these cars actually have names. Oh, we've got an American interloper there. Don't know how that got in. Ah, yes, happy birthday, the Capri, 50th birthday. Wonderful. Well, I'm still on the hunt for some closer specs to original professionals Capris. Still seeing lots and lots of nice Mark IIIs, those the late ones. Another laser. That looks like a 3-litre gear. Not sure what that one is. A racing Capri. Ah, now that's very appropriate. Ooh, that is a Mark I Ford Granada gear. A very, very, very late one. Yes, very similar to the one that would have been in the Sweeney. Very nice. As is this silver 1983 2.8 injection. Let's now go up there and look at the Tickford Capris. So we got to an area entirely dedicated to the Tickford Capri, which was, I believe, a turbocharged version of the Mark III that was made in the mid-1980s. Judging by the plates on these cars, they range from a C plate, which had been 85, from an A plate, which had been 83, 84. I didn't realise they were only available in this particular colour, but maybe that's the case. Let's take a look inside the interior. Oh yes. Oh, that's very nice. Lots and lots of wood and a Tickford logo. Slightly better sort of trim. And yes, it's got a little plaque, number 15. And you've got electric windows as well. Very fancy. I bet these things were the absolute business in the early 1980s. Let's take another look at this one, this interior. This has got leather seats in it, this one. And there's the 2.8 modified engine. Next to these lovely Tickfords, we've got a whole load of Capri 280. I think they were called the 280 Brooklands. These are the last of the line. We've just got D and E plates around. There's a whole load of them. I mean, they all look very similar. One of them, a window open, I'm sure will show me. There we go. There's an engine there. Yeah, we can have a look at the interior because the window's slightly open. We can just take a look through there. Yeah, there's the Recaro seats. The interior there. Unlike a Tickford though, these still have wind-up windows. I do like the colour that these have. It's sort of somewhere between a blue and a green, depending on what light you look at it. Yes, if you like Capri 280s, then this is the place to be today. This one is an injection, so I'm not sure why that's there, but nevertheless. But it's really nice in the sunlight. Just wonderful, wonderful, beautiful cars. I'm still struggling to see what my favourite Capri is. So next to this Mark II, we've got another Capri 280. Lots of other sort of modified Mark IIIs. So, there's a Piranha as well, if it's got a V8 engine. Quite like the colour of this one. I wonder what specification this is. Doesn't know what to say. This is a 2.8 injection modified to look a little bit like a Tickford, although I don't think this is a real Tickford because I've been looking at Tickfords over there. It's an 84 and it's got a Janspeed turbo in it. Very nice. It's got a kit on it, so it's a Janspeed turbo, not a Tickford. A few other sort of slightly modified Mark IIIs here. Another nice Capri 280. Is that another Capri 3-litre gear? Yes, it is. It's a Capri 3-litre gear. Very nice. Nice maroon 2.8 injection. And this is the car that I saw in Eastleigh last weekend. 3-litre gear. Very, very, very nice. Do like that colour. It's called Oyster Gold, and that was the colour of the car that Martin Shaw drove in the 4th series of the Professionals, although that was a 3-litre S. Let's have a look at this more standard looking Mark III Capri. Hopefully they won't get run over if they're moving cars up to the banking. It's a 1.6 LS. There's not too many of those around actually. There seem to be far more injections than that, probably because the injection was the desirable model of the day. Not sure what specification this is, but it's got an interesting interior colour. Mark 1 here. Oh, that's a 2-litre. That's a beautiful 2-litre S. Lovely, lovely shiny one. Very, very nice. Yeah, Ford Pinto engine in there. Very late Mark II gear. Another 3-litre gear. So there are quite a few of these around. I'm just not quite there with exactly what it is that I wanted to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is for test.
We'll get there. We'll make it, viewers. Just found a few more Mark 1s. This is a comparison between the pre and the post facelift cars. You can see that the headlights are very different and the indicators were moved down to the bumpers. If we look at the back of these, they're both 1600s by the way, it's 600 GT. I don't know what specification that one is. Take a look at the back, we'll see the differences. VTW 196L, that might have been a Ford press car then, it's TW. And LRX 907L. As you can see, these have got integrated reversing lamps and the lights are a lot bigger, much bigger. Much smaller ones on that. So there are differences between the pre and post facelift Mark 1s, but let's have a look for a second at this. Oh yes, yes. Mark III 3-litre S in Strato Silver on a W plate, and it's got the side. Okay, I think we've done it, viewers. We've done it. This is it. This is exactly the same type of car as driven by Lewis Collins in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th series of the Professionals. It's a 3-litre S, it's got the side graphics. We did it. We made it, this is it. Got the collar check interior too. I'm now a very happy man. I'm very, very, very happy indeed. Mind you though, I've still got lots of other cars to look at, including this lovely 2.8 injection. One of the things that a Capri does offer you is some degree of practicality. This one's had the seats folded. Obviously the Capri after the Mark II was a hatchback. So we'll keep looking around and see what other tasty morsels we can find. That looks like a 2-litre laser. If it was my car, I'd also want to cover the seats up if I was looking after it. Yeah, it's a 2-litre laser. Capri 5-litre. Oh wow. Does that mean it's got a V8 in it? Yes, it does. It's a Mustang engine. Very nice. Capri 5.7S. Does that mean it's got another V8 in it? Certainly looks like it. I must admit, viewers, I am having a lovely time looking at all these beautiful cars, and I hope that you are as well. Particularly if you like Capris, because there's every type you could find Capri 350. Every type you could imagine, apart from possibly the exact specification of the Martin Shaw Capri from the sort of 4th and 5th series, and possibly also we're not going to see a Mark II X Pack like the one at the end of the first series of the professionals, but you know, we're doing okay. A couple of 2.8 injections. They look identical to me. That's interesting, isn't it? That one's got some Clarion speakers in the back though. I've seen laser Capris, 2.8 Capri laser, which we're going to, sorry, 2 litre Capri laser. We're going to have a look at that in a sec. Another Essex plate. Wonder if that's a Ford press car. Capri 280 turbo by Janspeed. Another Capri gear. This is again a sort of same colour as Martin Shaw's would have been. I think it's called Solar Gold. It's a 2 litre gear. Next to this lovely blue car. Now this is it. Yes. Yeah, this is the colour that Lewis Collins' car was in the first series of the professionals. It's the same sort of age as well. His wasn't an R plate. It's like a bronze colour. His had a vinyl roof though, but we're near enough. And this is a gear like his one would have been. Very good. Aha. Yes, Ford Motor Company plates. And this is a Capri Mark III gear. It's a 3 litre and it's from about 1981. So there we go. Plenty of those around. A 2 litre gear. Oh yes. Now again, this would have been colour of Martin Shaw's car as a 3 litre S, but this is very similar to the way it would have looked. That's actually a manual gear. I haven't seen a manual gear yet. And then another professional spec car. I wonder if this is a 2 or 3 litre S. Color check interior. Absolutely, with the stripes on the side. Yep, Capri 3 litre S. There we go, viewers. There we are. Patience has been rewarded. It's been a long video, but it's been absolutely worth every second. And I really hope you, particularly those of you who are fans of Capris, I know there are loads of you out there, and fans of professionals, are having a really good time. So that's 2 litre laser Capri. We'll have a little just look at that here. Oh, this is beautiful, isn't it? Look at the paintwork on this car. It's better than my Seat. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. So we'll come back and have a word a bit about that, but we'll keep going for now because we've got a video to finish. These are all the really late ones. They're on D plates. Old Fords don't die, they just get faster. Interesting adage for that. This looks like another laser, yet to 1.6 laser this time. 2 litre Capri, 2.8, and then on the end, I don't know what that is. It looks like a Mark II. It's got hand controls in it. Fascinating. Very early Mark II, I believe. Right, let's keep going. Some really young fans of Capri there. Another early Mark I. Don't know what specification that is, other than that it's nice. A couple of 2.8 injections here, blue and a white one. Another very lovely 2000 GT XL Mark I. It's a very early car. If it's on a G plate, maybe one of the first ones. It's a shame in a way this isn't live, and then, you know, obviously if I saw something, then you could tell me to go back and have a look at it, but that's just not the way that unfortunately today has been working. That's an unusual colour. It's an S, but it's a sort of green. Not sure I've seen that colour on a Capri before. It's a 2 litre S. Another 2 litre S behind that. Oh, 2 litre S Calypso. Calypso was a special edition. Oh yes, okay. That is a Ford press plate. Yeah, D453 UEV. Oh, maybe not a Ford press plate, but it's close enough. It's in Canvey Island, that's not too far away. Another 2 litre laser. Ones I haven't seen very many of are sort of the L's and the LS's. I've only seen one LS, I think, unless I'm wrong, which obviously I often am. 2 litre GL automatic. Ooh, okay. Another specification I've not seen too many of. I don't think this would have come with those wheels originally. There we go, 2 litre GL automatic. Another 3 litre S. Ooh. Okay, this is a Essex plate WC, but it's not actually a Ford car. Oh, it's a mirror underneath. It's supposed to be very nice underneath. And if you've got a mirror there. Yeah. NO was another Ford registration. Ah yes, LS. 2.0 injection. I don't know if that might have been originally, but it's an LS. Okay, let's take a look. Oh yes, now this has got the correct wheels on it. Wow, it's only one I've found that has the correct wheels on it for the LS. That's a treat and a half. Very, very nice condition it is too. It's funny that back in 2003, during the first series of wheeler dealers, you could pick up a Capri 1.6 laser in average condition for about £500. It's about a pipe dream today to do something like that. Absolute pipe dream. You would never be able to get anywhere near anything like this now. A very nice Brooklands is about £35,000. So that's it, viewers, really. I think we've kind of come to the same place where we sort of finished off before we went down. So we'll just film a few more of these beautiful Mark IIIs. You know, if you have watched this entire video, and congratulations if you have, and you don't want to buy a Ford Capri now, then I'm not sure you've actually got a sort of you know, a petrol head bone in your body, because this is just ridiculous now. Just trying to decide, you know, how I can save up to buy one, because they've just become so expensive. Anyway, viewers, thank you ever so much indeed for watching and bearing with me through this slightly shambolic shuffle around the 50th anniversary of the Ford Capri here at the Brooklands Museum near Weybridge. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We will be doing a video very soon, which was recorded back in June, about the cars of the professionals, where we talk about Capris again in very big detail. And so it's not a particularly exciting video in one way, but we do get to talk about a lot of Capris and other things, and Granadas. So please like this video and leave a comment below. My website is www.lloydvehicleconsulting.co.uk, if wish for me to source a car for you. Doesn't have to be you know, one of these Capris, or I suppose it could be a Capri because I do like Capris. I've also got a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching.